Let me tell you what it means to be Nigerian. To be Nigerian is to be fish. Fish drowning in waters, ocean deep, struggling to breathe, even though equipped with gills and fins. See, we catch crews in a bid to ride the waves of depression. We crack jokes to break the ribs off the pressure. But this pressure is getting worse and worse, almost as fast as the naira is getting lesser and lesser. To be Nigerian is to constantly be devalued. Judge not by your name, talent, or personality, but your nationality. Patriotic green and white stained with red negativity. It is to hope against hope while hoping for more hope, just to cope. To stand tall even though fear stands up on your shoulders like a cape. Not one of Superman's flight, but one made of kryptonite, keeping us grounded in a land that is our own but does not feel like it belongs to us. Nigeria, a land flowing with milk and honey, just not jobs or money. Not good job, not good roles, proper educations or sanity, but with grandpas running this land into the ground like there is a secret meeting 6 feet under. And sometimes I wonder, how did we get here? Where bullets find final rest in the bodies of citizens now screaming in forever silence, while our rulers still pretend not to hear them, no actually send. So they do what they will while we do what we must, fighting for the heroes we have lost, we have not forgotten. We cannot move on, because in this nation, what doesn't kill you hibernates for 4 years, mutates, and it tries again. So this is not the time to sell another 4 for agbado, beans, and dodo. It's not the time to sit chilled. It's not the time to sit chilled, sipping shakily on geriatric zobo. This instead is the time to do the right thing, act in hopes of maybe a saner tomorrow, not a presidential fling. So we lift an elegant middle finger to posterity, to their false promises of protection for our lives, our properties. See, now we are being obedient to the laws of the land, hopeful our lost dignity would be found with biblical Peter, chopping off ears at the helm in protection, since them no they hear word. And since national cake no reach our hands, united we have baked a national pie, one laden with truth, and truth is, if this truth shall kill them, let them die.
I write poetry like I make love slow, like the snail-paced advancement of a dwindling economy, unhurried, like the lazy lumbering of a certain giant of Africa, hunched over by age, long decadence and nepotism, shuffling through an apocalyptic post-colonial third world, long raptured while we are left behind. I write poetry like I make love, eager for those deep strokes and sheets approving embezzled fawns, the ooh, oh, ah, brouhaha of mass hysteria, washed over by lustful political rantings on his rancid morning breath. Is it not oppression when my protest is silenced by love bites of unfulfilled promises and commissioning of unnecessary projects? I write poetry like I make love. Let's spread from east to west, treasure base down south, but power hoarded up north. First intimacy of an amalgamation. I have no say. His French kisses leave me tongue in cheek. This head smile with his nomadic rod lays claim to my oil. Well, one people, one nation, one people, one nation is the insistent ringtone of people forgotten like neglected housewives. But that is a call he will never pick up, choosing instead the complications of my entangled limbs. And so the back and forth of the exchange rate corresponds with our creaking bed upheld on the collapsible backs of men unfed. We change positions like political parties, one to another, rewriting the Kama Sutra the way we switch our mandates. Upright one moment, the next bent over like spineless men at parliaments, apportioning blames to others who do not prostitute their own way. We pick up pace, mourning and groaning at this blistering orgasmic onslaught like victims of an insurgent bomb blast. I bear witness to his fuel tank eruptions, turning bridges into graveyards and traffic into mass burials. I write poetry like I make love, drifting In and out of postcoital bliss, I could stay in bed all day listening to Mohammed lie. Hear him whisper sweet nothings of national achievement that never occurred. He falls asleep, deafening me with snorings like politicians after a few months in office. See, when I get off the sexual high, I mean when the scales fall off my eyes, I begin to write poetry like an unemployed graduate for the money. See, when it comes to currency, understand that I get upset when I'm offered a miserly penny for my thoughts because I know that my mind is worth a lot more. True, silver and gold I have none, but I willingly give up my 2 cents since the naira barely has any value. Valued only at voting polls for buying souls, the value they say, birds of a feather flock together. I still do not understand why 2-legged men are bought for chicken change. I write poetry like a deserted lover with a voter's card. Dear politician, you are becoming unbecoming with your consistent inconsistency. We still hold dusty manifestos yet to be manifested. Yes, we know your type. Well-dressed, low-life thief in broad daylight. You're expecting the youth to dance to your tunes. We are tired of your stereotypes. We are tired of 1-minute men with unnecessary erections while workers remain unpaid down in Imo State. See, I used to write poetry like I make love, but now I have come to know better.